Big D Entertainment, in association with Dipsy Doodle Productions, presents The Dave Holly Hour. Brought to you by Trio Jazz Club, Sioux Falls' premier jazz club. Enter as friends, leave as family. Phil's Pub. Phil's, your local dive with music for the people. Chasers Food and Spirits. Excel Chiropractic, and Quality Nails. The Dave Holly Hour features Sioux Empire Arts and Entertainment Conversations. A true lover of arts, entertainment, good food, and fun times, including an occasional Jack Daniels. Okay, so a few Jack Daniels. Here he is, Dave Holly.
Hello, all you A&E fans. Quick update. Still more content to be added, but the updated DaveHollyHour.com is published. Go to it, look around, leave a message if you like, subscribe to the newsletter. All right, as for the show, Old Town Dinner Theater's production of Not Now, Darling opens this weekend. Director John Bowe tells us what's in store. He's pulling double duty this time as he's also on stage. We hear from him in just a few minutes. Later in the show, we talk with a couple of powerhouse singers about Rockin' the Shrine and Diva Night at Trio. Etta McKinley and Ebony Symone join the show. While they are accomplished vocalists and actors, after hearing the conversation, you might think they should become a comedy duo. We had a ton of fun with that one. But first...
Honey, look at this!
Unbelievable!
Yeah! Yummy!
I know!
That'd be fantastic. You know what I'm talking about.
Dave's Fave! Each week, we are saluting a person or local business that I feel is worthy of getting a shout-out. They will receive a small thank you gift. Now, this week's Dave's Fave is Katie Reed. Perhaps you've seen her playing keys or singing as part of Common Ground or with Surf and Safari. She has been on the show a few times in the past, and she's due to be on this show again sometime because she's celebrating another trip around the sun. Happy birthday, dear. She's talented and a beautiful human, and my love and I think of her as though she's a daughter. Katie, someone from the show will find a way somehow to get you your swag, perhaps at your birthday party. Besides the people and businesses that we're going to be making a fave each week, learn things I like, such as my favorite films, quotes, advice, etc., on the Dave's Faves page on the show website. And while you're surfing that site, check out our trivia schedule at Chasers, West 12th and Ellis Road. Stop in for great food, great beverages, and fun times. Monday nights at 7, we play Dave Holly Hour Trivia. This coming Monday, March 2nd, the theme is Lions and Lambs. Mondays are always fun at Chasers, your neighborhood gathering place. Honorable mention. What made Dave laugh, chuckle, chortle, downright slap mighty, silly, or simply fill my heart with happiness? Had a great time at the world premiere of the musical Parents' Night, written and directed by local creator Coleman Peterson. It was definitely funny and quite introspective. If you've ever been in college, you definitely recognize several of the characters and especially the antics, including the Walk of Shame. Yeah, a couple of times for me. But it was also a great night for anyone in college to remember some great things that you did in that special, special time. Up next, John Bowe. Later in the show, Etta McKinley and Ebony Symone on the Dave Holly Hour.
Walking through the entryway of Phil's Pub, you can't help but notice the show pics and posters from the heyday of live bands in Sioux Falls. Phil's is back. They're on their way to reestablishing their iconic live music venue status. Come on into Phil's for a great local brew. You might just find yourself seeing some of the performers in those pictures, and a very good chance you'll see new acts that will end up being in pictures too. Phil's Pub, your local dive, with music for the people. Follow them on Facebook and other socials. Keep up to date with who's playing at the pub each week here on the Dave Holly Hour.
Dr. Perry Langston and Dr. Corey Towne know excellence is in you. That's why they provide you with excellent care at XO Chiropractic, improving your overall health in spirit, body, mind, and will. Get results the natural way. Arrange a consultation, 605-332-9235 or exokairos.com. Excellent care for excellent people. XO Chiropractic, located at 4309 South Racket Drive in Sioux Falls.
Trio Jazz Club is an intimate music venue in the heart of Sioux Falls. It's family-owned and family-run. Ricardo and Mary Beth and the entire staff provide the art of hospitality, while the best local and regional musicians provide the smooth sounds. It's a great vibe with live music Tuesday through Saturday nights. The chefs and mixologists offer an amazing menu and beer and wine lists. Cocktails as smooth as the jazz. Join the club, Trio Jazz Club, across from the Washington Pavilion. Enter as friends, leave as family.
For him, every day is a holly day. Here again, Dave Holly.
Welcome back, everyone. Yes, it is a wonderful day because we get to talk Sioux Empire arts and entertainment, and it is such a pleasure to do so. Oh, man, I've had this guy on many, many times. I think the first time he was on was episode number 2, and here we are now at 309, John Bowe.
Yes.
We've done a few in between.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I remember the first one we met at a coffee shop downtown.
That's right, it was, yeah, at The Source.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And finally, I made enough of those $14 work throughout, time to have a studio now. So welcome back, my friend.
Thank you.
It is always great to talk to you, but your talking's a little bit right now.
Yeah, I'm getting a little sick. It's kind of gone through my family recently, and also with the show just about to open up, I've been super busy, so I'm getting a little run down. So I think combination of all that.
Yeah, your show opens this weekend at Old Town Dinner Theater. Not now, darling.
Yes.
All right. Give us the premise. Is this the Not Now, Darling that we've heard about in the past, or a different version, or what?
Well, it's about a this business that sells furs, that makes and sell furs, and the owner of the business wants to give an expensive fur to his mistress, but to try to hide that, they're going to sell it to his mistress's husband real cheap. So it's like he's giving it to her, but not really. Well, then things don't go as planned. Other mistresses show up. People lose clothing. I mean, it's a great British bedroom farce.
Oh, yeah. Aren't they all? You get some of those British things in there. What is it that detracts us to those so much? Is it just the farce, or is it the combination of they've always got that great British tone in writing?
I think it's both, because I've looked at a few of these shows and thought about, well, what if we just don't do the accent? There's nothing about it that we couldn't do it in America.
Right.
But some of the jokes just don't land, and some of the phrasing sounds so weird if you try to say it, like an American does. So I think it's almost a kind of poetry. You have to do it that way for it to land just right. And, well, then, I mean, the farce nature of it, where it's just, things piling on one after another, where you don't think it could get any worse, and all of a sudden a curveball comes in.
One of the things I love about farces is the timing that it takes in your blocking for such things as doors opening and closing and people coming in and out, just missing each other. So it adds to that storyline. What's your favorite part of them?
I think it's the surprise nature of it, where it starts out seemingly like a pretty straightforward plot, and then all the twists and turns get you to the point, somewhere in the middle of Act 2, where you have no idea where it's going and are just along for the ride.
And we as the audience are along for the ride too.
Yeah.
Although it's quite often common table talk there of, well, no, I think it's going to be. And that's always a fun part of it as well. And you're in this one, right?
I am. Yep, I am.
So what are you going to do about this voice thing until you open?
Well, I'm drinking tea, and it's something where, I mean, knock on wood. Here's some.
Yeah, there's some over there.
I take care of my voice pretty well. It might be a little scratchy, but my volume should be there, and I'm supporting it very well. So I'm not too concerned about that aspect of it. But really, it's more the energy, because it takes a lot of energy,
right?
And man, am I wiped by the end.
Oh, I bet.
Well, and it was this weird thing of, so I haven't directed myself in a role this big since college.
Mm-hmm.
And then compound that with I got a blood clot in my leg a couple days after casting myself in this role. And then the sickness on top of it, where it's just, right now, it is a lot. And so there have been nights where I'm like, it might have been smarter to cast someone else in the show, but while I'm doing it, it's so much fun. I would never have changed my mind.
Any understudy?
Nope.
Okay,
no understudies.
So it's the show must go on, John J. Bo.
Oh, for sure.
So tell us dates, times, etc.
Well, we open tonight. Well, I guess previews tonight. Opening is actually tomorrow.
Right.
And we'll run for 5 weekends. So we close that last weekend in March. Tickets are $60. You can get those at otdt.org. And show the times on Thursday, Friday. You have to be there at 6:30. If you come Saturday or Sunday, it's 5:30. Yeah. And you start out with your dinner before the show,
which is excellent, always. And then the last Sunday that you perform, is that one of the dessert ones again?
Yep, that's our dessert matinee. So you don't get the meal, but it is half the price, and you get the dessert with the show. So
yeah, and the dessert is always scrumptious too.
Yeah.
I have, in fact, my love and I will often, when it comes to the entree, we'll each have half of what we got and share a little bit in that time, and then bring the other stuff home, because I'm not going to let something that good go to waste. But the rest of the meal is always so good too. You don't want to get full and not have that wonderful, wonderful dessert at intermission.
Oh yeah, we send many to-go boxes out. Virgin never wants anyone to leave hungry.
Right, including the cast, because at the end of the night, when the show's over, you guys get to sit down and finally eat.
Oh yeah, and it's kind of like the cherry on top of the night, where you get through the show, you had a great time, we get tables set, and then you finally sit down and here's this amazing meal.
Yeah. So tell me, when you direct yourself, first of all, what's it like for you? But then also, how do the other cast members look at it? And do you say something out loud to yourself in front of the cast? Oh, John, remember to... Yeah.
Well, so first, I always have an assistant director. In this case, it's Ruthie Potratz. She's also in the show. So there are sections where neither of us can be watching.
Right.
But when I'm on stage, I'll have a notebook or something like that, so I can jot things down if I have time. But then once we get to running the show, I record it every night and then watch it back before the next rehearsal. So then it's actually been the best tool for me as an actor, because no one's more critical of me than me.
Right.
So like, I can be like, wow, look at my posture, it's horrible. Yeah. Like, and just all these little things that I wouldn't necessarily think about, but because it's me, I'm just like really scrutinizing myself. Yeah. So we'll have our notes where it's like, John Hardcastle, Big John, do this, Megan, do this, me, do this. And so like, I make a point to have that in there, so the cast sees that I'm not just being critical of everybody else.
Right.
I also have work to do. And it's something as well where, even more so than usual, it's a collaborative, where I don't want, it's not like an open forum where everyone can just throw out ideas, but people can bring their ideas to me, and I'll always try them. They don't always work, but it's that idea of, if I'm in this moment and they're not in that scene and they get to watch it, they probably have a better perspective than I do. So I at least want to try their ideas.
Yeah. So who else is in the cast then?
John Hardcastle and myself are the leads.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Emily and Aaron Sharp.
Okay.
So Ruthie Potratz and Megan Bakken are sharing a role. So if you come opening weekend, you get to see Megan.
Mm-hmm.
If you come after that, you'll see Ruthie.
Okay.
And then Hillary Croucher and Samantha Hendricks are two of the mistresses.
Okay.
Devin Bassart.
My man.
And Harold Gordon.
Uh-huh.
My little brother Dave.
Yeah.
Andy Steinhaus, he doesn't stage manage every show, but if he's not on stage, he's stage managed my show.
Yeah. So
he's been one of my favorite collaborators I've ever worked with.
Yeah, that's excellent. And again, let's just talk about Old Town in terms of what you guys bring, because it seems that, down there in Worthing, yes, you've got this wonderful meal that comes along with this wonderful show. As we've been driving into it lately, we've been noticing that there are more homes popping up. And so it used to be that it was kind of like, oh, there's this little place. And then you would draw from all around. You still draw from all around, but now it seems like it's becoming more of hey, we've got a little community now. And so this is truly community theater, not as a regional source, but as a local theater.
Well, yeah, I think as Sioux Falls keeps stretching south and getting closer and closer to Worthing, more people are buying and living in Worthing,
right?
Because it's, it used to be you'd consider a commute. Now for some people it's a shorter drive than another place in Sioux Falls. So eventually we're just going to be like a suburb of Sioux Falls, and both cities will come together. And I think that's very good, especially for the perception, because there are still people who, when they hear Worthing, they think Worthington, and that's an hour away.
Yeah.
Or even if they don't think Worthington, they think, oh, it's another town, and think, oh, that's a little ways away.
Right.
And,
the psychology of it. And, yeah. So I applaud that, that's happening. I think it's fantastic for not only the theater, but the arts in general in this area. And I know that is one thing that came up a few years back. You now are eligible, have been for a few years now, to be awarded a Sioux Falls Stage Award. And when I am at an Old Town show, I'm a voting member, by the way. So, so I'm always sitting there thinking, okay, yeah, oh yes, I want to see if we can get that one in the, because there's a big list that comes out, and then you vote for that and get down to the finals, and then you determine. So I'm always sitting there thinking of, okay, what do I think is good enough, sharp enough to be in that? And I always come away with something from each show, and usually it's a performance of one person, maybe two, because there's different categories in, but it's just such a joy to know that along with a fun night, you're going to see quality acting. And, of course, a lot of that is attributed to you, my friend, because you are a quality director. You are, a full-time employee there. And it shows that, things are there where you expect them. You don't have to worry about not getting served. If you're a regular or a season ticket holder, you know this. But I always think it's great when we're there and we look around and we might only see 4 or 5 people we know. And sometimes that's a stretch. Mm-hmm. That has been such a great value for that as your business model, first of all, that you have all these different people that are able to come in different nights. And I think that's one of the things I love about Old Town is, we're not going to be there this weekend, but we are in 2 weekends. Yeah. So then we'll be there and we'll be able to take it in because there's so many different things and it's tough to choose just one. Mm-hmm. So it's nice that there's such a schedule for you guys to be able to go, all right, we're open that night. That's when we're going. And I see that then in the way that long explanation as to saying that we see that when we see the crowds in. And it's like, okay, the business model of this place is fantastic.
Well, it's incredible because there are some nights when I go down there and I look at the seating chart, and I'll be like, oh, I know them and them and them, but I don't recognize any of the other names.
Oh, wow.
And it might be that they've been there before, just not regulars, or something like that. But I'm constantly seeing new faces down there, and and we even have a number of season ticket holders who they get 4 tickets, so they can always bring 2.
Yeah.
And then, a lot of times those 2 will eventually turn into season ticket holders, if not regulars. And so the audience helps cultivate the audience. So it works out really well. And I mean, it's something where I'm very proud of the fact that people enjoy it so much. They want to bring their friends, and we're not like, come on, drag your friends out. We need to fill the house,
Right. Are we already looking forward to next year? And do we already have a list of what that will be?
We do. So our fall show next year is Unnecessary Farce.
Okay.
Followed by...
I guess I did see that the other day when I was in your building doing a little filming.
Oh, yeah, we have our posters sitting out on the bar for next season. I think left over from a board meeting. Oh, no, sorry. Sin, Sex, and the CIA. That's the first show of the year.
Okay.
So it's one of those things where when I saw the title and in reading it, it seemed like the same writers as Love, Sex, and the IRS, but it is not. So I don't know if I think I'd call it more of an homage than a ripoff, because it definitely has. I mean, it's a completely different story,
right?
But it's got
but it has similar tones and so forth. Okay.
Followed by Spinoff. That's going to be our Christmas show, where it actually reminds me of another farce that one of my favorite farces, Out of Order, where it's about there's a bank robbery that happens, and then the money gets switched with this regular guy's suitcase,
right?
And then it's the spending the show making plans to do with this money, and then the people come looking for the money
that they want.
So it's, well, actually, it's Funny Money, not Out of Order.
Oh, okay.
But then Unnecessary Farce will be the third show, and then we're closing with Trail to Oregon. It's a musical based off of the old game Oregon Trail. And this, it should be a lot of fun, because there's one aspect to it where the audience gets to vote. I don't want to give too much away, but it changes the ending depending on how the audience votes.
Okay,
so
excellent.
That'll be a fun little curveball. So if you come a second time, you might get a different ending. So that
see, that's a great way to promote too. Well. And in the meantime, what do we have left for this year?
So after this one, we'll have Murdered to Death. It's actually part of a trilogy of plays. This one being, I believe this is the first one. So there's that option to do the next 2 if this one goes over well. But this is the one that just kind of spoke to me the most, where it's very much a parody of a murder mystery while also being a murder mystery. Like similar in the, well, I guess that's just straight up murder mystery, but yeah, there are definitely aspects of like, And Then There Were None, where there's that humor involved.
Right.
But I think there's more humor than In Then There Were None.
Okay. All right. And so when will that get going then?
That'll be the whole month of May and the first weekend in June.
Okay. So when will rehearsals start? Does it overlap with anything?
It will slightly. Like we'll do our read through for that one. The last week of this current show, so it'll be end of March. And then as soon as this one gets done, we'll start rehearsals that following week. Yeah. Because for this slot, we actually have a week less than all the other slots, just because of having Christmas in there, and we always take that week
Right.
off for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's because we don't want to go too far into the summer because we have our kids camp. There's always one show that has to get the short end of the stick, but if we get rehearsals going that week earlier, we can kind of make up for that. So
All right. When is kids camp then?
that would be the week after.
Memorial Day?
Will be the fifth. I believe it's the 15th.
15th.
But the week after Murder to Death closes.
Oh, okay. You meant that. I thought you were thinking of a holiday. All right. And what do you enjoy most about this whole process?
Well, I love this particularly where I get to have my fingers in every aspect. Normally it's most, because I'm directing and designing and building and all that. But when I get to act as well, then it gives me an interesting perspective on when I'm designing the set because I'm also designing it for me. And like, there's one part where John and I have to hide behind curtains, and I'm like, well, I'm going to put a little extra space back there because I'm a bigger guy, so then it's not this weird bump.
Right.
And, little things like that where my involvement in the show definitely paints, my acting in the show paints how I do the rest of it. So.
Okay. See, little tidbit most of us didn't know before. So when it comes to getting everything in place, like I said, that's the impressive thing is, you go out there and I can tell you have a system for the seats. You don't have to get mixed up and so forth. It's if that happens, boy, it's less than like 1%, I think. And so everything's in the right spot. All the details, though. What goes through your mind when you're first reading a play such as this? And you're very good. You've been doing the farces for a long time. People are used to that. But what are you sitting there thinking of that maybe the rest of us aren't in terms of what needs to be done?
Well, I'm thinking very much of the logistics as far as, okay, if I'm going to do this show, I don't want to picture anyone specific, but do I have a pool of actors who can play this role or this role or this role? Because I never want to picture someone because it's hard to get out of your head.
Right.
But, there are definitely shows that I've read where I'm like, if we did this, like, I would be really nervous we wouldn't get what we need, or we have to do this show because this person, like, we have so many people who would be great in this lead role. We need to do this show, and so that's usually the first thing. The other thing is knowing in the building, our lack of wing space,
Right.
no fly system, like again logistically. Can we do it here? I tend to lean more towards the one setting shows, and we've done some other ones that are more than one setting, but because we don't really have anywhere to put set pieces we're not using, it makes it difficult. And actually, a couple of years ago, I took our main drape and moved it back about 4 feet, just so we could have a little apron.
Right.
So then if there's a short scene in some other location, we can do that.
Yeah. All right. So again, it is Not Now, darling, and it opens this weekend. And get your tickets how?
Go to otdt.org. There's just a drop-down menu. You can click on Buy Tickets, and it'll take you through everything you need to know. If it's grayed out and you're like, why can't I get a ticket? It just means it's sold out.
Yeah. Yeah. And some of them already are, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. All our Fridays and Saturdays are sold out.
Incredible.
And they were actually mostly sold out with just our season ticket holders. And then, Thursdays and Sundays, we still have some space. So.
Okay. All right. So get your tickets. It's always a pleasure having you here, my friend. So now, of course, I got to come up with a new question with how many different ones you've answered. So what do we want to go with? Okay. Kind of a lead-in question here. I know that you have a 3D printer and that you do a lot of different things on those. What's been the most interesting thing you've been asked to create?
Well, for Death Trap, I made a garrote that could pump fake blood through and spray fake blood. It ended up breaking. It was a mess. So we ended up ditching that one. But the other really fun one is for Musical Comedy Murders of 1940. Someone had to get stabbed in the back through a book. So I made after I printed the book, but then had it so there was a magnet inside. So when he leaned against the bookcase, because there's supposedly a hole,
Right.
leaned against the bookcase, sucked up against his the plate we put in the back of his suspenders, and he could come out and turn, and there it was.
I remember seeing that. Yeah, fantastic. All right, my friend, thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Get some rest, drink a lot of water and tea, and whatever else heals you so you're ready.
Thank you very much. I always love being here.
All right, we'll be back more of the Dave Holly Hour in just a moment. From playful experimentation to powerhouse saxophone and a community jam, this week Trio has it all. Tonight, expect the unexpected with Takeo Jones. Creative textures, rhythmic spark, and a set that bends and blends sound in all the right ways. Tomorrow and Saturday, versatile saxophonist Dr. Nathan Jorgensen, Director of Jazz Studies at the University of New Hampshire, brings his quintet to the Trio stage. Jorgensen moves easily between jazz, commercial, and classical worlds. 2 nights of expressive high-level artistry you won't want to miss. On Tuesday, welcome back the Woodshed Duo for another night of tight interplay and crowd-favorite energy. Then Wednesday, first Wednesday of the month, time for Jazz Jam. Watch rising stars and seasoned players share the stage in a completely improvised night led by drummer Dan Heyer and the Trio House Band. Every jam is different, every jam is memorable, so make it a week of live music at Trio. Get your tickets at triojazzclub.com.
Coming soon, another podcast from Big D Entertainment. Dave Holly's More, M-O-R, a show featuring the music and the stories of an oft-forgotten radio format known as Middle of the Road. The days of yore with More, M-O-R.
Phil's Pub, your local dive bar. No gimmicks, no pressure, just cold beer, loud music, and a crowd that feels like friends the minute you walk in. Phil's is a spot for live music and a laid-back, casual atmosphere built for groups and good times. Now, with a great beer selection and fast, friendly service, no wonder people keep coming back. They don't serve food, but you're welcome to bring your own order in. Stay a while. This Friday night at 7, it's band night featuring Shirley Stripped, playing acoustic classics. Bar opens at 3. Come out for live music and a Friday night that doesn't try too hard. It just delivers. See more at Phil's, DTSF.com.
Hot? No. Cute? No. Ruggedly handsome? Yes. Once again, here's Dave Holly.
You know this is my favorite part of the show, don't you? Anytime I get to say this, it is such a pleasure to talk Sioux Empire Arts and Entertainment. And great to have some returning guests. They've both been here before, but not together that I recall.
No, even though I was in this delusional state that we totally had been here together.
She was.
Etta McKinley, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you, Dave?
I am better anytime I see you.
I love you, Dave.
I love you too, kid. And Miss Ebony Symone. Wow. It goes quite well, yeah. I've been very blessed. It's been a very productive day for me, and you're the last ones. But if you say save the best for last.
You did, Dave.
Yeah, I did. And not only that, but my God, does this studio smell better now?
Well, Dave.
So you two are a couple of powerhouses, and we're going to talk about even more powerhouses in a little bit. But first of all, tell us about this little group that started somehow, in an old Vaughties show one time.
Vaughties show.
And then what it's going to be doing Saturday night here.
Yes. So we started. Clinton was actually asked to be on the Valley show, and he came to me, Ebony, Josiah, and Shannon, and he was like, "Hey, you should come do this one song with me." And we're like, "Okay, let's do it." So we all got together. We learned a little dance. We learned the song, and we performed it. And afterwards, we were kind of just like, "Wow, that was our chemistry was just really fun. It was such a great time, and we wanted to keep the group going. So we ended up doing a couple shows ever since then, and we're going to be doing it again as Creating in Color for Rock the Shrine.
Oh, wow.
This upcoming Saturday.
Yeah, and, that's a huge deal. Great fundraiser for them.
Absolutely.
First of all, and then, besides you guys opening for Pop Rocks, there's also this little karaoke contest that goes on.
I had no idea.
Oh.
Did you not?
No.
Yeah. And,
no, we didn't really talk about it.
Our mutual friend, Valerie Aarons, was last year's winner.
Yes, she was. Yes, didn't she earn that? My goodness, that girl can
she
sing.
did. No doubt about that.
I
Wow.
actually just saw her with her new band at Craven a couple weeks ago.
Were you there the same night we were?
I don't know, maybe.
The acoustic duo?
Yeah.
Valkyris?
Yeah. I was there.
Each
I even came up and interrupted while she was singing a song because I was like across the bar and I'm like, I know that voice. Why would Valerie be here? And then I just kept looking back and forth. And my stepdad also knows her. And I was like, God, I know that voice. So I just randomly got up and I walked all the way over. And I can't even remember what she was singing, but it was a little bit before she did Whitney. And I was like, just started singing with her. And she just looks up and she's like, ah! Like,
I love
what
it.
are the chances?
Oh, man, I wish I'd known you were there. Yeah.
If I'd known you were there, I would have said hi.
Yeah, I figured that at least,
I was there with my whole family, so yeah, I definitely would have said
that's
hi.
awesome. Yeah, okay. Well, you guys are awesome. Every time I see you on stage, no matter what you're doing, it is fantastic. And so, Creating Color, big night for you now, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Is this one of the biggest things you guys have had for a gig?
I honestly think the biggest thing we did was our official debut, which was at the Washington Pavilion. That's
right.
is huge
Yes.
for us.
Sure, that was a big show.
So you're in front of 600.
Not saying that this isn't important or anything, but
No, this is just as important.
Yeah.
But that performance will always hold a special place, at least in my heart.
And we're so excited. I
Oh.
love performing with those people. But actually, for this upcoming show, we have 2 new people with us this time. So
Our group
yes.
is expanding.
it is. It is
It will
indeed.
continue to expand as long as
So
we keep finding
who
other-
has been added then?
So first we have Soleil, who's actually in Hairspray with us right now as well.
wow.
So he'll be performing with us.
Yeah.
And then our friend Kyle, who was an American Idiot with us, is going to be performing. So
Oh,
And then we
awesome.
also, of course,
Because
have
Shannon's gone because
Yes.
she's dancing her little
she's
heart
living
out.
her dream,
Yes.
doing
Yeah.
her thing.
doing Chan
And I
Hassan,
miss her
guys.
so
and dolls.
bad.
Exactly.
We're trying to figure out a night we can go because we definitely want to go see her.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta see our girl.
Fantastic.
But we have also unofficially added a few other people because we have had other gigs. So
Mm-hmm.
we also have Liv.
Yep.
She's
Lydia.
also a member of Creating Color.
And we
so
have
is Tati.
Rosie. Oh yeah, Rosie and then Tatiana as well. So
Oh, Tatiana.
it's slowly but surely growing.
Yeah.
But we're
Yeah.
excited to see what happens with it.
Right. And is there a time that there will be everybody together and you'll be at a show? Or is this nice to just have that, hey, so-and-so can't make it, you're up?
Yes.
Yo, absolutely.
That is nice to have. But I think eventually we would like to have like a just like joint huge performance
Yeah.
between all of the people that we end up having in the group. But I think like right now we're just still growing. So
Yeah.
still trying to find other creative people of color.
You got to
Yeah.
start somewhere. That's specifically that. That has been the biggest issue. So if you're a person of color who sings and does stuff, hit us up, please.
Yes.
Because they rock the place.
You already know.
really do. And of course, Etta, you're no one besides this with your own group, Etta and the Vendetta.
Yes.
And you just amaze me every time in that. And so when are you going to get Ebony in that then?
I sing with them actually.
I was gonna
every
say,
once in a
yeah.
while.
Whenever she comes to like an Etta and the Vendetta show, and she knows probably like 4 or 5 songs on my set
Right.
list, I just tell her, "Come on up," and
Yeah.
she'll sing. So yeah, she's definitely
She was
done a
sick
lot.
one time, and I ended up doing a whole show for her, basically.
Gonna call me out, but yeah, she really did. She really did. I could not sing a
That
thing.
was not call you out. That was an honor. Like I felt that was a privilege, and it was just like so cool to be like, like trusted enough to like, go up there and represent this powerhouse performer.
Right.
Like,
No, I really need you that night. I really thought I was going to keep passing out. It was a hot day. We were at Roots of Brazil in an outdoor venue.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I was not feeling hot that day at all.
Yeah. Oof. I know how that happens.
You already know.
Yeah. Been there, done that. Still go there, too.
and we do.
So what are we hoping becomes of all of this that you two are involved with?
For Creating Color specifically?
Let's start there, and then Etta and the Vendetta.
Yeah. As far as the group, I'd love to still do like these musical performances that we've been doing. I would love to also start doing like some plays and things like that as well.
yeah, we'd like to like hopefully reach out to some other groups around town and maybe like form some collaborations, put on some shows or something like that. But like we said, we're still growing, still kind of trying to figure out our direction as a group and actually get our whole group together. So
That specifically.
You brought up a great word that I talk about often on this show, collaboration. And that is something that's just, I don't think other arts communities have that the way that Sioux Falls does.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, and I think out about, the comedy scene. And
they're always
and they go to Des Moines, and they go to Omaha, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and do a show, and it's cutthroat.
I bet.
And down here, everybody's cheering each other on.
That's
they're
what should
helping.
be, though.
They're helping each other out with. Hey, have you thought about this? Maybe moving the punchline here. And things along that line. Yeah, and and it's just so great to see that. And I think about like the Trio Jazz Club. That we'll get to talking about that soon too, won't we, Etta? and the way that jazz has grown. And Ricardo originally had the jazz on Wednesday nights.
Yep.
Down at our wine bar, and I've told this story about him before many times, but. We go down there the first time, and it's a trio playing. And there's this big guy in the back, and he's playing bass and just smiling the whole time. It's like, oh, man, that's pretty cool. Week 2, we go by. It's a different trio, but here's the same guy in the back playing bass, just smiling away. And then we go the third week in a row, and we find out he's Ruben Rodriguez because it's the Ruben Rodriguez Trio.
When does he not perform at Trio? I swear that man is there at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Oh, yeah. He's just phenomenal. He also was the very first one to, because I used to record in coffee shops or wherever I could, and thank you to Ricardo, who allowed me to record at our wine bar for a very long time. Before moving it here and making a studio in the house. And Ruben was the very first one to be recorded here at the home studio.
Oh, my gosh.
And he arrives with 2 bags from Giliberto's. And I said, oh, Mexican food. You just became my wife's best friend.
Oh, my God.
And he says, I'm a Rodriguez. I know how to do tacos.
He does. He does.
You ever had any of his desserts that he makes?
Ruben makes desserts.
I've sadly only met him a few times, but I would like to meet him more times.
Wait, I'm gonna message him after this. So when am I gonna taste those desserts now?
Yeah. Oh.
And when are you gonna become friends with Ebony?
That's what I'm saying. You gave me some vital information, Dave.
Exactly. And you may drop the name. Say, Dave Holly told me this,
And
Ruben.
I will. And I will. Don't play, I will.
But so many great things going on there. But again,
He was actually right before that performance at Roots of Brazil.
Yeah, he was. And he performed with us. That last song.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great guy. See, chipping in here, chipping in there.
He's
Everybody
everywhere.
seems to be doing that
But if you're as
in
talented as
the
he is,
music
yeah.
part of the arts, and also the comedy, as I mentioned already. But think about the acting and the production, stage productions that take place around here. Not just TPP, but you've got TPP. You've got Monstrous Little Theater. You've got Theater Lab.
Yes.
You've got MCAP, not too far away. And, well, John Bowe was just on the show before you. And
Love Old Town.
yeah, Old Town has it going on, that's for sure.
You
Wow.
already know.
Yeah,
You already
and so looking forward, we're going
And
to
we
that
can't
one.
forget about Good Night.
Yeah, Good Night.
We gotta
Wow.
love Good Night. We gotta
Yeah,
love
10 years now.
That's
On
insane.
it is.
Hopefully creating in color.
We'll do the same type of thing.
Please, please put it into the
well,
universe.
and that's what I do. I wish success for everybody.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
and I
So
think
do
that's
we.
what's so great here is that the collaboration, wishing for success, and it just keeps this arts community grinding away
Yes,
at
it
a
does.
crazy, crazy pace.
And I think the
Yeah.
fact that it's so like just positive and everyone
Yeah.
uplifts each other that it's become better than it was.
Yes. Well, I grew up in Rock Rapids, just 35 miles away, and it was a 35-minute drive then. Now, with getting out of town and everything, it's closer to an hour.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Definitely 45 minutes for sure. But if you came up here for any arts, it was you were going to the symphony to watch the Christmas show.
Truth.
Yeah, that was about it. Nobody really knew anything else. And anything you did come up here for, you knew about the good theaters, not stage, but film.
That
You know, we had like
very, very
15 to 20 screens at one time.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy in that regard. But you didn't think of Sioux Falls as a cultured arts community.
Absolutely not.
I'll be truthful. I moved here in '96,
Uh-huh.
so I like grew up here basically. I think
Right.
I was like 9 when I moved
Yeah.
here, and I didn't even know that there was a community theater until after I went to USD and came back.
Back up here.
So like, I don't know. Like everything's more prevalent now.
Yeah.
Like everything's on the radio. Like when I was a kid, I don't remember ever hearing a commercial
Mm-hmm.
for like a play that was coming up for like TPP or as it was called back then or anything. So like I think just the fact that it's such a positive community has helped it grow and become more.
Well, and I credit, brain fart right now. Sorry, I can't think of the guy's name, but Mr. Clark was his first name. He's the one that started and had the idea for the sculpture walk. And that came around right about the time that the Washington Pavilion was coming around, and those two things together. And I remember I interviewed Jim Clark. I interviewed him as they were just in the talking stages about this. And I didn't pose it as a question. I didn't want to. I didn't want to burst a bubble or anything. I just thought afterward, wow, great idea. Will it work here? And it took off.
yeah.
And it's been so fantastic. And think how many people that we have that are visitors. You know, we didn't, yeah, sure, people might know about the falls, but then they completed Phillips to the Falls. And so people start coming here to see that. They start going to the pavilion. And as they're around town, they go, what's this? They have more of them?
Yes, and I like that they change them out.
Yes.
once in a while.
Yep.
That's the coolest part.
Yes, it is.
And actually, a kid I went to college with, Cameron, he had a sculpture on the walk.
Oh,
It was a
wow.
mermaid.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was really pretty. I actually
Yeah, it was.
specifically went to go see that one.
Uh-huh.
Like I know the person that made
But, in the meantime, when that all started up then, we start getting street performers and we start getting bars that are open to different ideas, not just having a couple of people play and sing, but also, oh, hey, yeah, I suppose we could do improv here. Oh, you know what? I think we got enough room for you to have a small play.
Absolutely.
And all those different things that have come along are just so fantastic. And now all these groups that start popping out of the woodwork.
You already know.
Yeah, and you guys, and the other thing that, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing, but social media is worked well for a lot of small entertainers and small groups because we don't have advertising budgets.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
right there.
That's the tough part. In fact, anytime I have spent money on a show, other than Mike, throwing $10 toward an ad on Facebook instead of just a post. But anytime I had something in a paper, well, we can do this and a story on you guys then for such and such amount. Yeah, okay. It didn't draw anybody. Yeah. It's like, okay.
The money there.
Yeah. But I also wanted to get back about, everything going on and, street performers and so forth. A good friend of mine, Jason Olson, was one of the three owners, original owners of Wood Grain. And we were talking about it one night, and he said, in the summertime, he says, if you figured this out, he says, from Wood Grain up to the Irish pub, he says, on a Friday night or a Saturday night in the summer, you might experience 12 different performers out on the street playing and singing. He says, and you might be able to have a beer or a drink in about 20 different places.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah, and it's like, I hadn't thought of it in those terms.
Yeah.
But I just love how this community keeps building on that. And it's just, it's so great.
I love
and
how it does embrace the arts.
Yes.
I've always thought that, though, too. Like, when I was in high school, we never had, like, bad selling shows. Like, the community came out, even if, like, they didn't have kids, they came out to see a show or play or something. And so I've always thought that was a good thing about this community, is that I think, like, deep down, this community's always loved the arts.
Right.
And anytime they can absorb it, they do. So
Yeah.
I feel like that there's not many places where so many touring Broadway shows come through, for instance.
That's specific.
Oh,
Did you see Moulin Rouge?
yes,
Oh
on the
my
final
God.
I was
show.
so mad I had to work.
Oh, my Lord. I told Bob Wendland, it was right after we got out, and I see Bob. I said, Bob, we've seen some really good shows here, Broadway shows, but tonight was the first time I ever felt I was in a Broadway theater for one. I felt like we had traveled.
Oh, wow. I'm so sad I did not get to see that.
So good.
Wow. And
She
then
invited me, and a few other people invited me, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday when I have to be at work.
Like, their costumes and the dancing was just so extravagant.
well, and I thought that was so neat too, because I heard a lot of music in that place before too, but the projection of the music outward and the lyricists, everybody singing. Everything was mic'd properly. Everything was mixed properly.
I will say that because I had rehearsal in that building while the show was going on. So I got to stand out in the hallway and hear it, but I didn't get to go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so
That
much
same thing
fun.
happened
So
for
much
college
fun.
weekend because I was
Oh.
at rehearsal and I got to go stand outside.
Okay,
in the hallway while that was
okay,
going on.
Miss.
Parents' weekend, sorry. College weekend.
Yeah.
Same difference.
Fun show.
It was a great show.
Yeah. all
I
right.
enjoyed it so much.
So, and you are
Keep
in
creating and
rehearsal
covering
now for what?
I myself am in rehearsal for Hairspray, which is in April. And then I'm also in rehearsal for Pride and Prejudice, which is in March.
Yes.
So I'm pretty excited.
Fantastic.
That one's at good night. So
Yep. I'm looking
along
forward to
great.
that as always.
I am
And-
too. I haven't had many chances to flex my British accent, so I'm pretty stoked.
Can we hear it?
Well, I'll give you a little bit.
Give me one
of,
line.
of my Miss Reynolds because
Okay.
she's my favorite. This is where Miss Darcy read her letters every morning. It was her favorite room.
Wow. Did I just see a line from Bridgerton?
I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute now.
You sound like the Queen for a moment.
Oh my gosh. Queen Charlotte. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen Bridgerton, but I
gonna
guess
need to
I'm
watch it.
going to watch it now.
Watch it,
Yeah,
girl. You is
do a
Queen
binge.
Charlotte for
Do
sure.
a binge.
For sure.
All right. So, Etta, besides all that we've talked about to this point, you've got something really special coming up at Trio next weekend.
I do.
And I have tickets. I shouldn't say I. We have tickets.
You
Yes.
buy your tickets?
Yes, we got them already.
6:30.
Yes.
Debut you're gonna come.
Yes.
Okay, period.
I'm
Okay,
actually
now I
kind
feel
of
better.
sad because I have Pride and Prejudice and Hairspray going on. I couldn't do that
You
with
couldn't
her.
be.
Because
Well, is she
anything
gonna
that
be
says
a diva
I
at
want to
some
be a
point?
part
I was
of.
gonna say, are you gonna come at least though?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Be there.
What have I not been to of yours?
She's probably on
Unless I've like, unless I have to be at work, I am there or asleep. There was one time I did fall asleep.
Yes, that is right.
All right. So you're going to be performing
Yes, I'm gonna
Diva
be-
Ladies Night.
Yes, Divas Night. I'm so excited, Dave. I'm so excited.
It's you and Betty Kay.
Yeah, Betty Kay and Alex Newcomb Weiland.
So we're just talking about powerhouses all around, aren't we?
It will be a powerhouse show. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I absolutely love performing with those two ladies so much, and it has been such a fun time putting this together. And we're gonna be backed up by the Dalton Peterson
Yes.
trio. So
Great guys.
It's gonna be so good. But I got a show at 6:30 and a show at 9. So there's two
Yeah.
options, but 6:30 is selling out very fast.
Yes.
So
And
It usually
tickets.
does too. So
we went online quickly for that.
yeah, I did. They texted me. They said, "Okay, the link's up." I said, "Cool." I shared it immediately. I said, "So buy
Yep.
your tickets right now. Don't be late."
I think the one time I didn't get a ticket to her show, I just walked in.
Yeah.
She was able to get in.
I just walked in. I think I was like 20 minutes late, and I was like, oh, I just got done with rehearsal, and I just walked in. I was like, well, I'm usually here anyway. Don't worry.
As long as there's a seat still available and you're
That's what I'm
buying
saying.
something.
You sneak yourself in.
I'm sorry, my hair is taking things.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, they're in preseason right now, so don't worry. If you knock that over during the regular season, Mr. Cubby will be upset.
My hair likes to knock things over. That is its favorite thing to do.
Oh, mine does too.
I bet, Dave.
Look
I bet.
look at how much knocking it's done in 63
Your
years.
hair looks amazing, Dave. It looks amazing.
I wish mine could be as polished as that.
Me too. Me too.
Today at work, I was helping somebody, and my hair got stuck to a lift, and I was just sitting there like this for a while. And the person was looking at me, and I was looking at them, and we just started laughing. And I was like, "This only happens with me, doesn't it? You know, you're always entertained when I'm helping you."
Does there come a point where you think to yourself, "Oh, am I going to have to ask for scissors?"
Yep.
I've only had that point happen one time, and it was during the theater show.
Oh,
but never
wow.
Again, but never
Yeah.
again.
Never again. After you get to that point, you're just like, nope,
Yeah,
we're
be careful
not
after
having this
that.
hairstyle again, or we're gonna sit here for 3 hours and detangle it.
Exactly.
All right, so Divas Night. 3 powerhouse singers. And going what, hour and a half?
Yep, both shows will be an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, okay.
Absolutely.
So how many songs we going to have in this?
We got, I had to look at my phone, but wait a minute. We got 24 songs, I believe. Some are going to be musical theater. So for all my theater lovers, you're going to want to come. And then the other half is going to be some regular songs. But as far as like theme, I kind of wanted everyone to pick their own, like what makes
Right.
them feel like a diva. So my songs will be very different from Betty's, and Betty's
Right.
will be different from Alex. But I think
Right.
that's like fun to have like a bit of different genres for the entire night.
Oh, no
So
doubt. Yeah.
you'll be
and-
entertained the entire time.
Yeah, and the other great thing is not only are you 3 powerhouse singers, but you have, between the 3 of you, a lot of time on stage and acting. And so it's not just this, here's a song that I like from so-and-so. Let me perform it for you now.
And that monotone voice too, Dave.
Right.
Monotone voice too.
So I have the feeling, we'll see some segues, maybe, hear some banter back and forth.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And will the 3 of you all sing together at some point?
Honestly, Dave, I think that's my favorite part about this show. Because, yes, we got 3 songs all together, and there's some pretty good ones. I'm not going to give away what it is, but
nope. Don't
I'm just
steal
saying,
the show sales.
I think those songs specifically are just worth the ticket price. So.
Yeah. Well, all of you are always worth the ticket price.
Dave, you're so sweet.
I try. That's one of the things I learned from my late father is compliment people.
Absolutely.
Make them feel good.
Absolutely.
And I think of that all the time. Some people say, "Oh, you're such a flirt." Well, that's true.
Check out the list, Dave. Check out the list.
But what I really am is a complimenter. And I want people to feel good about themselves, even if it only lasts 10 seconds.
Yeah,
And
I
they had
think
that
that is.
bit of beauty in the day.
Absolutely.
I always on TikTok, I always love the videos where people are throwing out the random compliments, but in like a cat call way.
Yeah.
Like, You are so pretty. You are going to succeed today.
Those are my favorite.
I love them.
No, I typically, I'm going to bring Zach Drish's name into this.
Oh my God.
Because Zach has had this figured out a long, long time ago. That I say it, first thing people say, how you doing? I'll say it better anytime I see you.
And I love it every time.
Yeah. And then I'll say it to the next person too. And first of all, man, I'm bad with names tonight. Wow. It's going by.
You know a lot of
Nathan Holtz.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was at a party that was at Zach and Becca's place. And I had said that to Zach, and then he asked me as well. I say the same thing. He says, you say that to everybody. I said, yes. And I mean it to everybody, too.
And we know you do.
Yeah, it's not like it's a one-up thing that, you're better than the previous person. No, I'm better regardless. Yeah.
You can love everybody.
At this moment, which was a moment later than the past one, I'm better for seeing you. And so in the green room at a Vaudy's this past year, we were up in the green room, and then my love, Carrie, was up there too, just chit-chatting. And Zach was talking about how I do say that and that I do mean it. And she says, yeah, but you ought to see him around his family. He doesn't say that.
Oh, my God.
So Zach says, he says, well, what's he say? Oh, fine. So Zach, when it's his time to be up, he says, Dave probably said this to almost every one of you that came in. I'm better anytime I see you. And he means it every time. But if you ever hear him say, oh, I'm fine,
Run.
He frickin' hates you.
Honestly, if you said that to me, I would just think something's wrong with you, to be honest.
Oh, no, I'll be near death and saying, better anytime I see you.
Oh, my God.
I believe that.
Yeah, it'll happen. All right. Oh, looking forward to all of this. Sadly, can't get to Rockin' the Shrine this year.
That's okay.
Yeah.
If you make it up by coming to Hairspray, I think we can forgive you.
Yes, we'll be at Hairspray, and then also at Diva Night.
Yay!
Yeah, and then whenever the calendar works out, because we go to a couple things once in a while.
No, whenever you can, right? When you have the time.
Kind of like you being in something every once in a while.
Just a little bit, Dave. Not all the time. Not all the time.
Right. But thank you both so much for being on the show.
Thank you for inviting us.
Always a pleasure being here, Dave.
It's always a pleasure for me too, ladies. All right. And we'll be back to wrap up the Dave Holly Hour in just a moment.
Ladies, when it's time to give your nails some love, get that extra special treatment from Quality Nails in Sioux Falls. Manicures and pedicures that look great and make you feel fantastic. Zaya and Towne don't simply provide the service, they provide professional care for your hands and feet, whether you just want the basics or you're looking for an extra special look with added flair. Oh, and guys, it's okay to treat yourself too. Quality Nails on Minnesota Avenue. Call for an appointment, 605-334-1463. Walk-ins welcome.
Once again, Dave Holly.
Thanks again to my amazing guests, John Bowe and Etta McKinley and Ebony Symone. The three of them have all made previous appearances and listened to earlier conversations with them, including John on episode 2 out of the now 309 by going to DaveHollyHour.com. Surf and listen anytime you desire. Dave Holly Hour, also available on your favorite podcast platform. Thank you all for sharing and supporting local arts and taking the time to download and listen. I encourage you to find your art. Find the art you enjoy. Find the art you're interested in trying, and we shall see you in the arts. As the Sioux Falls Arts Council says, together we art. As Arts South Dakota says, home is where the art is. As I say, put some art in your heart. Remember, my name is Dave Holly, and for me, every day is a holiday.
The Dave Holly Hour has been brought to you by Trio Jazz Club, Sioux Falls' premier jazz club. Enter as friends, leave as family. Phil's Pub, your local dive with music for the people. Chasers Food and Spirits, XL Chiropractic, and Quality Nails. Stay up to date on the show by following on Instagram and Facebook. All episodes available anytime at DaveHollyHour.com. The Dave Holly Hour is produced in the Dipsy Doodle Studios by Big D Entertainment.
Thanks for listening.